We're going to keep this kind of casual today. I've been a photographer since the early to mid 2010s, and I've been on YouTube since sometime in 2020. There are only two positions I hold that I can think of that people go absolutely Karen over. In this video, we are going to talk about them a little bit deeper. Let's go. As I make this video, I've tested almost every single Nikon-made Z-mount lens that exists. The ones that remain are the higher end ones that I already know. They have known incredible qualities like the 400 2.8 TC VRS and the 58.95 Noct and a few others. Those are incredibly expensive lenses to own, so I never will, and they are shockingly expensive to even rent. That's why I saved them for last on this journey. I'm not inherently nice to Nikon just because it's the ecosystem I'm in. In fact, I don't even hold NPS membership. When something stinks, I say it stinks, and when something rocks, I say it rocks because I value honesty and transparency on this YouTube channel. I say all that to reinforce my opinion that the Nikkor Z 24-200mm sucks. I hate that lens. Now, that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to that, but I do teeter really close to that being a fact. When I think about how much it costs new, I think that it's a bad optic that underperforms the expectation of Z lenses already. Mix that with the fact that it was close to $1,000 forever. Maybe by the time you watch this, it's cheaper. Now, if we can negotiate for a moment, I'll stop saying it inherently sucks if you'll give me that it at least is the worst optic in the lineup so far as the lenses I've tested, which is almost all of them. I just don't see how it's going to lose the title of the worst optic. It's certainly not going to lose to the very few I have left to test. But once I'm caught up to the current lineup, maybe I'll make this video again and I'll either have my mind changed or I'll still have the same opinion. The goofballs, or as I like to call them, photogripers, who get their feelings hurt, they need to consider a few things. One, it's my opinion and you don't have to agree, but you also don't have to start a comment fight that you can't win. Two, I don't care about cameras all that much. I care about lenses. I love glass. I nerd out on glass, and I've used a lot of f-mount and almost every Nikon Z-mount lens. I'm not claiming to know more than anyone, but I am claiming that my eye is really, really good, and when I say an opinion here, it comes from that experience. It's not to irritate you or start drama for views. I hate channels that do that. It's to be transparent and honest with viewers so they don't just go out and jump in and buy something and maybe end up being disappointed. Believe it or not, we aren't all American here, and there are places in the world that will not let you return things you're not satisfied with. I've seen it multiple times in the comments. All right, cool. I'm sending you a link to this video every time someone thinks that they know everything and I know nothing. Of all the flack I've caught on YouTube, nothing stands out quite like the response I got that one time that I said in reference to the Nikon 14-30mm f4 versus the 17-28 f2.8, 3mm on the wide end. I really don't think you're going to suffer. This was a unique response because usually the nasty folks who are commenting are individuals suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect. In this case, the responses were from informed photographers by and large, not goofballs. Many of the comments were legitimately good points delivered in mildly to severely nasty ways. What they fail to realize is that I don't structure my videos to super high knowledge photographers. I make videos for hobbyists and beginners and people who just need a break from the grind. Do you know why? Because people who are working professionals are the smallest photography audience on YouTube. Most of my viewers are, get this, exactly the audience that I make videos for. You want proof? My worst performing videos ever were so bad that I took them down because they were actually hurting my channel. Can you guess what those videos were about? How to make money as a photographer and like 7 other videos that were about lighting. Working photographers don't need to be told the importance of lighting or how to light a subject, nor do they need to be told how to make money as a photographer. From the people I know who are working photographers, they don't even watch photography YouTube videos. They don't need lens recommendations. They already know what they need. It's clear that my audience is people looking for entertainment, gear recommendations, or ideas on what to shoot. Maybe just a little inspiration. I understand 100% that because of my lifestyle choices, like being hopelessly single with no kids, thank God, and a debt-to-income ratio of 0, and living quite modestly, that I'm in a position to have some of my dream lenses. That is not the case for a large portion of my viewers who are shopping. Mix that with what I mentioned earlier, that a large portion of my audience are new photographers, and you get the reason I say things like 3mm on the wide end and 2mm on the top end. You're not gonna miss much. Because I've been in the game a long time, and because when I fell in love with photography, I dove in completely, just like in every other thing I enjoy, I go hard when I go in. I understand that 3mm on the wide end is a noticeable difference, and even more importantly, in a few genres or tasks, you literally have to be able to get wider than 17mm. I also agree that in many genres where you would go that wide, don't really find yourself at a wider aperture than probably 5.6 or 6.3, an example being like landscape and architecture. However, what I understand is that the haters don't is my audience. With that being said, I still believe that a large amount of my audience that I love will appreciate 17mm f2.8 more than 14mm f4. Their early images when they are still learning natural lighting and they're not experienced in Lightroom and denoising and things like that are going to be at least a stop cleaner, and they save a couple $100. The main audience, they are a little ways off from or will never care about being able to see the quality difference. And I doubt they will ever be in a scenario during this time where 3mm is going to kill them, which is exactly what I said. Again, I know it's important to some people. If you got the money, get the 14 to 24 f2.8s because it's insanely awesome. Fun fact, another whole line of all-time lowest performing videos are any video that I've ever done on the 14 to 24 f2.8s. So newsflash, wide-angle lenses in general are not that damn popular on my channel. In conclusion, I'm mostly in the business of entertainment. But with this niche comes a responsibility to do my best to help people along in their journey. I was there once and YouTube helped me out too. I know I'm not the best YouTuber or the best photographer in the world, but I'm definitely not stupid, and even though I've been accused of not knowing anything about photography, I most certainly do. You can disagree with that too, but one thing is for certain. If you're getting your panties twisted over something I said, I'm definitely having more fun in life than you are. So just disagree, relax, fatten up your portfolio, and try to have fun doing it. Some of you may hate me, but I love you all. I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, and Z Wade Photo. Stay sharp, YouTube.